Hello, everybody. I'm Genie Croft, and I am the director of our new show, Sidekick, which is opening up our season here.
My name is Irene, Adjan, and I'm playing Vivian Vance in Sidekicked. So she had a life in the theater, and that's what she wanted. And then she got this opportunity to do this television show that she didn't think was going to be really any big deal. And then she agreed to do it, and it then became her identity. So she really struggled with, it's a big theme of the play is that her struggle with just being known as Ethel.
There are two opportunities that are presenting themselves in the play. First of all, we are filming on the very last night of the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour. This is the very last film they're going to make. So it is the end of something. However, Desi has offered a spin-off to Vivian Vance, but the spin-off is not something that she would really love to do because it is a continuation of Ethel Mertz, and the spin-off is going to be the Fred and Ethel show. It's a developing issue that we see from the very beginning when she brings us into her life talking to her therapist that she desperately needs to talk to.
She has a breakdown in her life, and it really, it frightens her all the time.
She's faced with this huge decision, and she's afraid she's going to literally crack up again. And that's quite a challenge to deal with on the last night of filming.
It led her to get therapy and to talk to someone about it and just keep it in check. She wrote an article very publicly for McCall magazine, and it was one of the first, my understanding, if that's so, that it's one of the first famous people to talk about mental illness.
So it is about her struggle with it, but also the awareness that she brought to mental illness as a real person in her life, and how she dealt with it, and let people know how she dealt with it, which was pretty brave in those years.
I saw this one wonderful interview with Lucille Ball later in her life, after Vivian had died. She said, when I was making the show, all I could, I was so busy with trying to make it right, trying to make it what she really wanted it to be, that when she would watch the dailies or, watch it in the early days, that was really her focus, she said. And it's so funny when it chokes me up a little. She said, when I look back at them now and I find like I'll catch them now, she said, all I watch is Viv.
I'm just delighted that we get to be doing this show. It's something that's different. People recognize it when you say, I love Lucy, but I sure want them to love Vivian just as much, because boy, did she contribute to the success of that show.
I love that someone wrote this script, because so many people don't know her name, and they certainly know her as Ethel Moore, and I find like they know nothing about her. This person they either grew up watching or caught later, on reruns, that they just love and know her, that character, so well, but they know nothing about her. And she had such a rich theater life and a very complicated personal life. So I would imagine that would be extremely interesting for an audience, for someone they feel like they know really well, that they knew nothing about actually, to learn about her. I would think that would be very compelling.
Well, I do hope they have a new appreciation for a second banana, somebody who's been sidekicked and then really finds herself later on. And I think the audience will truly appreciate the story of somebody who has been in the life career that she has, dealt with a huge amount of mental illness, and then knows how to deal with it later and makes the resolution that, I can be whatever I want. It's a powerful message.